Hope you enjoyed the video.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
So Philadelphia will get the first possession.
Alright, and then we'll just stop.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Okafor out there with Embiid. Then it's Robert Covington. Then there's Isaiah Cannon. And it's Smith in at the 1. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. And here's Golden State. It was the season of destiny, and the Warriors certainly followed through. Clark, the best team in the league all year, and they finished the job beating the Cavs in the finals.
And they were on a mission from the get-go. They would become another team to win 65 games or more and win the finals. Impressive work.
And it's sent back by Bogut. Now the Warriors moving it up. Green leaking.
Woo. And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes...
No, I already did.
can't teach, Greg.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Golden State has come out of the gates quickly. It's a 5-point game. Curry wide open. Another 3 for Golden State.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Covington dishes to Embiid. And no good. The dry spell continuing for him. Inside. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
He couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
Jumps up, and it's Thompson with the jam.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
4-3, Covington, offensive rebound.
Still scoreless after 4 attempts, trying to take the lid off the basket.
And the jam by Stephen Curry.
Another basket here, and they have really come out of the gates fast in the first quarter, Kevin.
To the right side. Here's Covington. Second chance shot, and it's Okafor missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often. And as they continue to just dominate this game, you have to wonder, how much can they win by?
Well, it's on the verge of getting out of hand, Greg. You can feel it, you can see it, in part because the defense has been about as good as the offense, and both have been really good.
And Steph Curry, not just a superstar player, but one of the best contracts in basketball this year and next, for under $24 million combined. And you can bet he's due for a major increase in pay when 2017 rolls around.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. They get it again. Covington passes to Embiid. The layup missed.
Excellent. Really solid job, actually, by the defense to get in his way as he was going up for that one.
And Green gets it to go.
Just flying up and down the court. 9 straight in transition.
Running them right out of the gym, Greg. I mean, the defense looks like they're ready for a break.
And for Stephen Curry, a value contract, but a growing list of endorsements. One of the top-selling jerseys in the league, a signature shoe deal. He's doing all right.
Yeah, I don't think he's worried about it. He's got a Bible quotation on his wrist that says, love never fails. And that's how he approaches the game, with a true love and faith that his hard work is going to pay off.
And they keep going down low with the ball and keep getting positive results.
Extremely positive. I mean, this is a very nice lead to have early in the ball game.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
I caught up with head coach Brett Brown. A big factor in this game, he said, is how well they do to contain the young shooter Klay Thompson, saying Thompson can really give you trouble coming off screens. We've got to have all-out energy fighting to stay on his hip, and then we need to pressure on the ball handler to try and delay the pass. Kevin, both jobs are hard.
Thank you, Doris. So it's Philadelphia now, after the three-pointer from Stephen Curry. And it's Okafor missing.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 16 points for Steph Curry.
Now this is just getting ridiculous. They can't possibly keep this up.
Can't remember the last time they missed one. Remarkable shooting here.
Andre Iguodala was checked in for Harrison Barnes. And the 76ers also making a change. Noel's checked in.
Well, clearly the 76ers were the youngest team in the league last season, and with all the draft picks they've stockpiled, they'll be the youngest team for a while, it seems. But if the youth can grow and develop, they could also be a force in a few years, too.
Oh, and here comes Iguodala all alone.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Feeds it to Cannon. 1:43 left in the first quarter. Here's Okafor. It's stolen by Bogut. And it's the Warriors on the break. And Thompson throws it down.
I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen throughout. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively turning into quick points.
And that can't continue. I mean, if they hope to get back in this game, I mean, it's really deflating from a morale standpoint. They need stops and points, not turnovers.
To give you an idea of how young this 76er team is, at one point last season, Greg, Tim Duncan had more seasons played in the NBA than the entire active roster of the 76ers.
That's hard to fathom. I mean, we all know there's this youth movement going on in Philadelphia, but they still need some veterans in that locker room. Very hard for the young players to lead. And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. I mean, they've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now, here is Smith. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Okafor with the screen on Thompson. The drive by Smith. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss. Outside Curry. The three ball. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
What a three at the horn as they end the quarter on a high note.
Couldn't agree more. That'll give them a nice little lift, I think, going into the next quarter.
And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the floor.
Anywhere 5-6 feet outside that three-point line, if I have a dribble, if I catch and shoot, if I have a good look, I think Coach will allow me to take that shot. And it's tough to guard, especially when you see a couple go in. That basket gets a lot bigger.
I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry... is not going to allow this Splash brother to let her rip.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Iguodala and Green are set at the forward spots. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. And it's Spates in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter.
You know,
Accept my friend request on PlayStation 4.
the league going to more ball movement, more outside shooting, less isolation play, and those are all natural fits for the talents of Klay Thompson, who's great moving off the ball, and we know he can stroke it from long range.
Embiid the screen. To halt the run, and it's Spates with the rebound.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the... boards, and that's what's given them control of this game.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for the Warriors. Livingston comes in for Curry. Thompson for the triple. And another three for Golden State.
They're getting a bunch of their points outside of the paint. 3 of their last 5 buckets are from three-point range.
The defense is just not closing out quick enough.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Golden State's gotten both of their three-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Offensive rebound, and Green gets it to go.
And without looking at the scoreboard, you think they were the team trailing and trying to fight their way back.
Yeah, I love the energy they're playing with. I say it this way. Good teams... championship teams play against the game as much as they play against the opponent. Nice uptick here in their second chance points in this quarter.
And folks, those are hops you just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
Yep, uncommon and unparalleled. I mean, he makes things happen out there for sure.
And really, once he got that steal, just really nothing the defense could do.
That's why turnovers are so costly, because in many cases, they're indefensible once possession changes hands.
And, you know, you can feel the desperation right now. They're starting to lose their composure offensively.
Yeah, it's palpable, Greg. I mean, clearly you can see the frustration. And it's understandable. I mean, right now they're on the wrong side of a big run. Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season ranked first in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best offensive and
Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe you pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
I'll tell you what,
but look at this. Add me on Snapchat, Spencer123.
I'ma always say it, if you got it, flaunt it.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Mama said that, huh? By himself, and it's Barnes slamming it down.
What an incredible run they're on right now. Offense as well as I've ever seen it played.
Every single guy on their team with the absolute Midas magic touch, shooting the lights out here.
Here's Embiid, and it's sent back by Spates. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Spates. Festus Ezeli, he's jacked in for the... Warriors. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play.
Not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
They've been the aggressors, plain and simple, outworking them, fighting for every loose ball.
The 76ers have gone an abysmal 0 of 6 from the field since the second quarter began.
And this has been a comedy of errors. I mean, you can just add another one to the list.
Thompson outside. The 10-footer. And that one's good. Thompson's got 7 now in this quarter.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Now here's Okafor. He's covered closely. Shot clock at 6. Shot to end this cold run. Another miss by Philadelphia. And guys, I would have to say one of the most underrated defensive players in the NBA, Draymond Green. Might not be the case anymore after coming in second in the Defensive Player of the Year voting last year.
Yep, he might not look the part. You know, undersized, but you talk to the scouts and the stat geeks, they'll tell you he's one of the best in the game defensively. He's really lacking in confidence out there. 0 field goals made so far in this game.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And they've done a great job of just keeping the pressure up on the scoreboard.
And that's why they're starting to pull away. I mean, not becoming conservative at all. Just adding to the lead. I love seeing a team do that.
And for Green, long arms, great anticipation. We talked about the IQ. Also the willingness to absorb contact. All part of what makes him special on the defensive end of the floor.
Different look here for the Warriors. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Green. Rush comes in for Barnes. Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for Klay Thompson. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. Isaiah Cannon, he's checked in for Philadelphia.
And, you know, now we have all these analytics. And if you look at all the advanced measures for defense, Draymond Green is one of the best in our game. I mean, and teams are better able to measure now defense with player tracking and the camera. So I think that helped Green when the time came for him to sign his contract.
It's tipped, and Noel kicks to Covington. There's a screen by Noel. Shot to stop the run. The Warriors pull it in.
And with him missing literally everything he's put up today, you can see why the score is what it is. And now that's how you start a fast break and how you finish it.
And here is Curry. He has 30. It'll count. That misses. Would have counted had it gone in.
Thank you, Kevin.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. We've been watching a pretty lopsided game through the first half, that's for sure. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined again by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. He had 30 points, 2 steals, and 2 assists. There was a lot to like about his first 2 quarters in this one. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
Well, they were completely in rhythm shooting the basketball. Just watching the flow of their offense, everything clicked into place. Fantastic shot selection. They took advantage of everything the defense gave them.
Shaq, what'd you think about Philadelphia?
Ernie, they are way too weak defensively in the paint. They're getting walked over down low, giving up a ton of points. Barbecue chicken everywhere, with the sauce, without the sauce. We're having a Thanksgiving feast in here. That's a recipe for disaster. They cannot keep letting guys drive the lane, layups, lobs. Defense is weak, Ernie.
All right, that is going to wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
How about Steph Curry in this one? He's got 30 points and just an amazing performance from downtown.
He is pouring it in from 3, guys. You know how much I love to see guys knocking down buckets.
Kicking off the second half, here's Brett Brown's foul. Ish Smith is out there with Cannon. Then there's Embiid. Then there's Okafor. And it's Covington in at the 3 spot. Just 5 on the clock. Smith dishes to Covington. Draymond Green pulls it in. Green's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Philadelphia last year struggled in a number of ways, Greg. The big one was they couldn't make shots as a team. Very basic.
And Kevin, lowest field goal percentage in the entire league, and by a wide margin. Hard to get any wins when that's the case.
Okafor. Draymond Green with the rebound.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish. And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over on his own.
Alright guys, that's it. I'm done.